Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. That's it for today's video. So it's Saturday, and Saturdays I do Cellar Saturday, where I drink something off the shelves behind me, or something someone gave me, which is the case today. So this beer is courtesy of Steven. Thanks so much, Steven. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. This is Cartel Brewing and Blending. It's a rye barrel-aged Maiden from 2022, so at least 2 years on, or 9.8% ABV. So one of the lower ABV ones I've done on a Cellar Saturday. This is bottle number 204 out of 300. And it is an Imperial Porter aged 18 months in rye whiskey barrels out of a nano brewed in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. All right, let's get into it. All right, there wasn't much of a hiss when I popped it, but there is carbonation. Okay, so everything's okay. Maybe about a quarter finger ahead. It's a mocha, dark mocha color. Medium, large size bubbles, and then smaller bubbles where it touches the liquid. It's definitely a really dark brown into black kind of color. Let's get into the aroma. The rye whiskey comes through quite a bit. I wonder how wet the barrels were, because, like, in a good way, it's very much there. It's impactful. I get a little bit of that rye spiciness, an oakiness, just straight up whiskey. A slight baking spices note that I would get in a lot of whiskeys and stuff. There's a little maybe like nutty chocolate from the base, from the actual like porter, from the beer itself. More chocolate than nutty. It's a very subtle nuttiness. Not a huge roast. It smells relatively sweet. It smells good. I'm kind of I'm super curious about the taste. Let's find out. Cheers. Thanks again, Steven. Hope you're doing well. Okay, like the aroma, this is barrel forward. Took me a sec as it was hitting to kind of acclimate to it, where it's like, oh, okay, so this is that much spirit forward. For the relatively low ABV, it is a porter, but for like that much barrel aging, how wet I assume the barrels were based on, I don't know, or that 18 months, it soaked up a lot of flavor. It has this big, bold whiskey taste. I get some of that spiciness of rye. But yeah, I guess there's not a lot of burn now that I think about it. It's interesting to get that much intensity of flavor of a thing that I associate with having an alcohol burn, I was able to get some chocolate, some nuttiness, just like whatever that X factor is that porters, almost said porters have. Like, this has that as well. Was not a super roasty aroma, definitely not a super roasty taste. All right, now that I'm used to it, I can get a little bit more of the porter itself. Nice, good amount of oak. This aftertaste, again, without the burn, it tastes like a shot. It tastes like, or like a sip of whiskey. But yeah, without the burning sensations, this is a trip. Like, I hope I'm articulating that well. Like, this is quite the experience. A faint, not particularly sweet, and definitely not tart berry flavor. Blueberry, a little bit of generic red berry. I'm finally getting some, not peat, but a little bit of a roasty thing. Doesn't go up to like peaty or smoky level, but I am finally starting to get some roast. I like this, and also it's different, like in a good way, so it's kind of piquing my interest that way. Let me do one more sip. This would have been fun to do as a mystery beer, because I think I would have guessed at a higher ABV and then been mad at myself because you don't really taste the alcohol as much as the spirit. It's cool. It's a really cool experience. Yeah. Well done. What was it? Cartel. Well done, Cartel. If anyone from the brewery is watching, well done. This is a super fun one, and you guys walk that line very well. It's awesome. Stephen, thanks again for sending it. I really appreciate it. Or giving it to me in person. Have you guys ever had anything from Cartel? Different nano brewery you want to tell me about? Beer that sounded like this? Something completely different? Anything, everything? Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and on Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews, both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.